So you say you want to know how to bench bleed a hydraulic clutch. Well, have I got a treat for you. So that is my Trans Am. Never mind the mess on it right now. I just got done wrestling out the old clutch master and slave cylinder assembly. It's kind of a nightmare, not much fun. And believe it or not, being 6'6" makes it a little bit of a challenge to get under the dashboard of that there F-body. So, pardon the sweat drippiness. I have my shop fan off right now so I can talk to you, but I managed to get the old master and slave cylinders out of the car. I got a new set from Rock Auto. It was remarkably cheap. I hope it works. And over here is the old master and slave cylinder. I don't know. Just, you know, it looks a little bit worn out. The little nylon on the end is totally gone. And it's all mushy. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got this new one assembled. I just reused the hydraulic line. You can save about 30 bucks this way doing it over buying a complete assembly. And I'm all about saving 30 bucks. So that's what I did. But of course, you've got to refill the reservoir and get all the air out of those. Let me show you how to do that. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, you don't need to see my face anyway. So essentially, the key here is that we need to get all of the air that was in this line replaced with hydraulic fluid, or if you really want to go the extra mile, get the dollar store brake fluid. But basically, the key is to keep your reservoir at the highest point, your slave cylinder down at the lowest point. I want to make sure that all the air bubbles can come out of the slave cylinder, up through the hose, through the master cylinder, and be able to exit the reservoir. And by the way, if you want to make things really easy and you've got pegboard, just hang up your hydraulics on the wall. I've already filled the reservoir about twice, and it's empty again, so let me fill that back up with some of this high quality hydraulic clutch fluid, Dollar Tree brake fluid stuff. And I'll show you what the trick is here. So we'll fill this up. I really wish I had my fan on right now. Okay, so like I said, key is keep everything, like I said, you know, keep it in a straight line so that the bubbles can go up here. Make sure that your fluid supply is at the very top. You know, you don't want to like have any kind of curve or anything in it. You want it completely straight. And then what I'm going to do is take the end of the slave cylinder right there, and I'm just going to press it down on the table, something like this, on a little piece of 2x4. Can you see that? Alright, yeah. So, I'll try to get this so you can see the reservoir, if you can see what's in it. But push it down, force all the air out of the cylinder. There's some fluid coming out too, but that's okay. But there should be a lot of bubbles coming out. And there are. So press it down and then release it after all the bubbles stop. You'll see the reservoir level start to drop again. And that means that we're replacing the air in the cylinders and in the lines with fluid so that, you know, the clutch works, because that's our whole goal. But basically, you're just going to keep repeating this process until you quit getting bubbles coming out of the reservoir. Just press down. Might hear it gurgle a little bit. And then release it and let it flow back out. Just keep doing that. Eventually, once you stop seeing bubbles come out of the reservoir, it should be completely bled and you shouldn't have any more air in the lines. By the way, the reason you got to do this is the LT1 clutch, like on my Trans Am over there, has no bleed screw. So this is the only way to do it. You know, that bleed screw might have made that car just unaffordable for the average guy in the 90s, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, and that's all there is to it. If you follow that process and you're thorough about it and you get all the air out of those lines, you'll have a clutch that's nice and firm when you go to reinstall this back in the car. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button. This will tell YouTube that it was a good video and it'll be more likely to get recommended to others. For more automotive DIY content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and as always, thank you for watching.